Hey guys, this is Sonic19 coming with you with a new deck profile for Blue Sky Knight Altmile in celebration of him coming back in V Series with a new trial deck. Now I've been seeing on YouTube and Facebook a lot of people have been wondering how to make a new Blue Sky Knight Altmile deck without Brave. Here's mine. I hope you like it. I hope you tune in, and here we go. So we have 4 copies of Blue Sky Knight Altmile. As you can see, you'll know what his skill is already. This is just a holder for the new Blue Sky Knight Altmile with Force coming in. And then for your other supporting grade 3, for right now will be Knight of Connections Pictus. This card allows you to find your Blue Sky Knight Altmiles, whether you ride them on Vanguard if you can't ride Altmile himself, or if you place them on Rearguard Circle. So always a good card. He will always make sure that you're always on Altmile, especially now since we're getting the Force Altmile. You'll never miss that Force ride. Going to the grade 2s, we're running 4 copies of Counter Offensive Knight Solomon. You know what he does from Brave. In this deck build, his Brave skill does not matter. As long as you have Altmile as the Vanguard, you're more worried about his summoning ability. When he attacks the Vanguard, counterblast one, ditch a card from the hand. Superior call a grade 2, get that grade 2 that you call plus 2k. The newest addition to this deck would be Epsigo, a grade 2 from the V series. Great card, great grade 2, because of the simple fact of the matter is, when you call something through an ability, he gains 3k and the boost ability. And every time you call something again and again, he keeps stacking that 3k on top, so he becomes a massive booster. And he's searchable with Solomon, as you know, and another grade 2 that you all should know coming up next. But this is one of the best grade 2s I've seen so far in V Series that helps this deck out immensely. Our next grade 2 is Knight of Twin Swords. These all Altmile lovers should know what this card is, and this is an absolute staple in the deck. I only have 3 copies of it right now, but I will be boosting up to 4 and dropping Epsigo down to 3 because I'm only using him as a booster. Now our final grade 2 in the deck for right now is Knight of Encouragement Albion. Albion is our other attacking superior calling grade 2 unit, but the catch with him is because he's part of the Brave series, he can only superior call a Brave grade 2, which Solomon is. So this is how you're able to daisy chain attack. You go from Knight of Twin Swords to Solomon, Solomon to Albion, Albion back to Solomon. This way you can carry on with this play style. Going into our grade 1s, we run 3 copies of Alluring Knight Sisyphus, Stride Fodder. This is a stride deck. You always want to be able to find your Altmiles, but since we run Pictus, he's really just there for stride fodder. Now for our countercharging, I picked the original countercharge PG. The original countercharging card for this deck was a Sonigo, but since he's a Brave unit and you have to you have to focus on Brave in that deck, this is my only other option for countercharging. This deck is a heavy counterblast deck. Without any countercharging, you will eventually lose out. My last grade 1 is Cloud Lancer Genius. This is your safe haven for your grade 2s. Now, because you're daisy chasing your grade 2s, a lot of them are going to be in the drop zone. When you place him, he allows you to return your grade 2s to the bottom deck, and he gains 10k. So he can either be an early turn 18k beater, or your safe haven or safe haven for your towards the end of the game, and have that 18k boosting on top of whatever power your grade 2s are in the front row. Now for the grade 0s in this deck, I'm playing 4 copies of Amulet Pure Eagle. 10k and 10k goes into the soul. It's a crit. It's a V series crit. Now said. And I'm also playing 4 copies of Bellius for the exact same reason I'm playing Alluring Amulet Pure Eagle. But it's 5k, but it's early turn. As long as you have an Altmile Vanguard, it's early turn. So it's early turn pressure and early turn card advantage. Both of these cards allow you to draw a card when they go into the soul. I play 4 vanilla Bringer of Good Luck Epina. It's a 10k crit, 15k shield. Enough said. And for the heal triggers, I play the G era heal triggers. For the sum effect of matters, when I G Guardian, it allows me to counter charge. It's another good counter charging option, just like Holy Knight Gardener. This deck lives by its counter charge. Now for the starter, I run Blinking Knight Milius. Now I know this is not a Brave deck, but this is another card that helps you in the early game to allow you to get your Altmiles to the hand, especially when we're about to get our Force Altmiles. We need to get them to the hand as quickly as possible. And I understand that it has to be boosting a Brave unit that hits the Vanguard. That's why we run Solomon. He is still a Brave unit. Now for our G Zone, I run one Vivid Scarred Staff and the greatest. It's just flip fodder. For Masco, Masco is our flip target, our flip Generation Guardian, 10k shield. If you have one grade 2 on the field, he allows you to gain 10k to shield. It's a good guard. Then we run 2 copies of Divine Knight of Godly Defense Igraine. She allows you to get your biggest shield value out of this deck. So for one Soul Blast, which you'll never be scarce of running these guys, you gain 10k to the shield. Now, if you so happen to be in Brave, if you're in the back, if you're pushed into a corner, her Brave gets an additional 5k on top of that. So having the Altmile that's a 13 plus her shield will bring your total up to 43 shield. 43 if I'm not mistaken. That is a decent guard for one card. That's all of our G Guardians right there. We play one Progenitor Dragon of Total Purity, Argonos. Excuse me. I'm getting over a cold. Argonos. This card is just in here for the memes if I'm able to get it off, if it actually works. Because with every United Century clan, Royal Paladin is the only clan this actually works well with. Maybe Shadow Paladin too, but no other clan works better with this card than Royal Paladin. Then you play one GB8, just in case we get there. Allows us to thin the deck even quicker, so we can hit nothing but triggers off of that attack. For my one tech option, I'm playing the Snow Elemental Blizzard. Every card that you're mainly going to try into flips over something. So your G-Zone is going to build up very quickly. If you just need a big heavy hitting boy for your Vanguard swing, there's nothing better than him. He's also just a placeholder because I don't have Ultima yet, but I am getting him. Then I'll play one copy of Transcending the Heavens Altmile. It's an Altmile deck. You gotta have it, especially since we're getting a brand new version of him as well. Maybe. Then I play 4 copies. I play 4 copies of Aerial Divine Knight Altmile. Again, it's an Altmile deck. It is a decent first stride. Not the best that we have, but a decent first stride nonetheless for a good little early push turn. But if you're able to G-Guard early, you can get his GB2 off, which allows you to get another superior call of a grade 2 out plus 5k on the board, but he'll always have that continuous 3k to the front row, which is good for building numbers in the early stages of the match. And then for the king and divine one of this deck, we play 3 copies of Divine Knight of Twin Absolute Saint Twin Swords. Our new stride unit. We needed this stride back when G was relevant. Back before the reboot. We needed this stride so bad. It does everything this deck wants to do and more. It rewards you for doing your mechanic. It gives you stupid numbers from the rip. Especially if you're able to accelerate your G zone quickly. It gives you better force numbers than force can give you. And then we're getting force on top of that. So with this card alone, you want to go strive for Force 2. Force 1 is great, but he gives you all the power you need quicker than Force 1 can. So you might as well go for Force 2 to get that extra little crit. So each one of your columns is swinging for lethal. There's nothing better than this card right now that I can say until we get the new booster set that has Aerial Divine Knight Altmile in his V form. We don't know what it is yet, but I'm looking forward to it. If you guys like what you see, please leave a comment in the description below. See you later.